Are you a woman over 50? Have you lost interest in intimacy? Is it difficult for you to feel pleasure during sex? Do you experience dryness and pain during intercourse? You need to watch this entire video. Did you know? A 2021 study by the North American Menopause Society revealed a troubling truth. Up to 65% of American women over 50 are silently suffering from moderate to severe vaginal dryness. Even more shocking, more than half of them have completely avoided sexual intimacy, not because they've stopped loving their partners, but because they feel pain, shame, and no longer have the confidence to be close. Vaginal dryness. Two simple words, yet they quietly tear apart millions of marriages, extinguish desire, and leave countless women over 50 suffering in silence. When physical closeness becomes something to fear instead of enjoy, when a woman can no longer recognize herself in the mirror, that's when she needs answers. She needs a way out. If you've ever pretended to fall asleep early to avoid intimacy, if you've ever made up excuses like being tired, if you've ever gritted your teeth through the pain just to keep your husband happy, you're not alone. The story of Mary Thompson, 58 years old from Ohio, is a clear example. Mary used to be a vibrant, joyful woman with a fulfilling sex life. But after turning 50, everything changed. She began experiencing discomfort and burning, pain during intercourse. Every intimate moment became a source of tension. Mary gradually lost her desire. She started avoiding her husband, silently suffering and falling into insecurity and shame. I no longer felt like a woman. I started to withdraw from him, and I thought, maybe this is just how aging works, Mary said. Mary's story is far from rare. It happens every day in millions of households across America. Women who were once passionate, radiant, and full of life now quietly accept dryness as an unavoidable part of aging. But the truth is, no one deserves to live this way. The real cause of this condition lies in the drop of hormones, especially estrogen, after menopause. Estrogen is the key hormone that keeps the vaginal tissues moist, soft, elastic, and pH balanced. When estrogen levels fall, the vaginal lining becomes thinner, more prone to inflammation and pain, lubrication decreases significantly, and intercourse becomes uncomfortable or even unbearable. But estrogen doesn't only affect the vaginal area. It impacts the entire body. Without enough estrogen, your skin becomes dull and less elastic. You may sleep poorly. Your mood swings. You become irritable, overly sensitive, even depressed, often without realizing it. That means vaginal dryness isn't just a physical issue. It's a warning sign about your overall health, both physical and emotional. And the most important truth is, it can be improved if you understand the root cause and apply the right methods. Don't skip this video, because up next, you'll discover 5 natural, science-backed methods to restore moisture, boost your feminine hormones, and, most importantly, help you regain your confidence, sensuality, and true happiness. And don't forget to follow the 50+ Health Guardian channel, your trusted companion where women over 50 rediscover their radiance. Part 2. 5 natural ways to restore intimate moisture. Method number 1. Add phytoestrogen-rich foods, plant-based estrogen. If there's one simple change that makes a huge difference in female hormones after 50, it's incorporating phytoestrogens, also known as plant estrogens, into your daily diet. This is a completely natural, safe, and easy-to-apply solution that's been backed by science for decades. Phytoestrogens are a group of naturally occurring compounds found in certain plants. They have a structure similar to estrogen and can bind to estrogen receptors in the body. This interaction helps reduce symptoms related to estrogen deficiency, like dryness, hot flashes, insomnia, and mood swings. Among all phytoestrogen-rich foods, soybeans are the standout. Soy contains a high level of isoflavones, a potent phytoestrogen that helps stimulate vaginal lubrication, reduce pain during intercourse, support smoother skin, improve mood, and slow aging. A 2010 study by Wake Forest University, USA, showed that menopausal women who consumed 100 milliliters of soy isoflavones daily for 12 weeks experienced significant improvement in vaginal moisture and comfort during sex. Many also reported brighter skin, stronger hair, and improved emotional well-being. You can incorporate soy into your diet in many ways: soy milk, tofu, steamed soybeans, or soy germ powder mixed into your morning drink. Just 1-2 servings of soy a day can help your body naturally rebalance its hormone levels. Besides soy, flax seeds are another excellent source of phytoestrogens, and they're packed with fiber, omega-3s, and lignans, powerful antioxidants. Flax seeds also help regulate blood sugar, support digestion, and reduce inflammation. You can sprinkle ground flax seeds over porridge, yogurt, or blend them into smoothies. Other phytoestrogen-rich foods include green beans, sesame seeds, barley, prunes, apples, and green tea. When combined in a varied, colorful diet, they form a strong nutritional foundation for hormone support. And the best part? You don't need expensive hormone therapy or risky treatments. You can start restoring your hormones right at home, from your very next meal, with natural, accessible foods backed by science. Method 2. Add healthy fats, the golden ingredient for hormone production. One of the most common mistakes many women over 50 make is eliminating fat completely from their diet out of fear of gaining weight, increasing cholesterol, or raising blood pressure. But what most people don't realize is this: fat is the core raw material your body needs to produce hormones, including estrogen. When your body lacks healthy fats, hormone production is disrupted, making vaginal dryness even worse. Not only that, your skin quickly becomes wrinkled and dull, your hair more prone to breakage, and your mental well-being noticeably declines. So how do you add fats without harming your health? The answer is, prioritize monounsaturated fats and omega-3 fatty acids, two types of healthy fats that have been scientifically proven to support hormone balance, protect the heart, and reduce inflammation naturally. At the top of the healthy fat list is the avocado. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fatty acids and vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that softens vaginal tissues, retains moisture in your intimate area, and improves elasticity. Just half an avocado a day is enough for you to feel noticeable changes in vaginal moisture, skin glow, and emotional stability. Next are fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, excellent sources of omega-3. Omega-3 helps improve blood circulation to the pelvic area, reduces inflammation, relieves pain during intercourse, and enhances comfort and pleasure. A study from the University of Michigan found that women who consumed fatty fish 2 to 3 times per week had 30% lower rates of vaginal dryness and infections compared to those who ate little or no fish. Also, don't forget about foods like walnuts, almonds, chia seeds, and extra virgin olive oil. They not only provide good fats, but are also rich in B vitamins, magnesium, and zinc, micronutrients essential for natural estrogen production. And here's the most important message: don't be afraid of fat. Be afraid of misunderstanding fat. Because if you choose the right types in the right amounts, fat won't make you fat. It will make you younger, softer, and more radiant. Start with the small things: a spoonful of olive oil on your salad, a handful of walnuts as a snack, or a grilled salmon dinner on the weekend. What you feed your body today becomes your hormones, your energy, and your vitality tomorrow. Method 3. Gentle exercise, yoga and Kegels to keep her healthy every day. Many women over 50 believe that exercise is no longer necessary or that it's too strenuous for their current condition. But the truth is, the older you get, the more important movement becomes, not to burn calories, but to balance hormones, enhance circulation, and nourish your intimate area from the inside out. One of the best options is yoga, a practice that not only builds flexibility but also directly supports the endocrine system and pelvic region. When you practice yoga regularly, poses that involve stretching, hip opening, and lifting the pelvis stimulate blood flow to the lower abdomen, ovaries, and uterus. This in turn supports estrogen production, reduces dryness, lifts your mood, and soothes menopausal discomfort. Yoga poses particularly helpful for women experiencing dryness include butterfly pose, bridge pose, warrior two, and happy baby pose. Just 15-20 minutes a day can, after a few weeks, help you feel your intimate area becoming more supple, moisturized, and at ease. Alongside yoga, there's one incredibly important exercise that's often overlooked: Kegel exercises, movements specifically targeting the pelvic floor muscles. These muscles support the vagina, uterus, and bladder. As they weaken, which commonly happens after age 50 or following childbirth, women are more prone to urinary leakage, reduced vaginal tone, and decreased sexual sensation. Kegels are very simple. All you need to do is contract your pelvic muscles as if you're trying to stop the flow of urine, hold for 5 seconds, then release for 5 seconds. Repeat 10-15 times, 2-3 times a day. You can do this while working, watching TV, or even cooking. With a strong pelvic floor, you'll notice your vagina feels firmer, your response during intimacy improves, and symptoms like dryness, pain, or looseness during sex are significantly reduced. And here's the best part: you don't need a gym or any equipment, just a mat, a quiet space, and a small daily commitment. These gentle movements today could be what helps you rediscover your sense of vitality, confidence, and joy tomorrow. Method 4. Reduce stress. Sleep well to restore natural hormones. If you often find yourself feeling irritable, sleepless, or sad for no apparent reason, chances are that stress and poor sleep are quietly disrupting your hormone balance, especially estrogen. When your body is under prolonged stress, your adrenal glands produce more cortisol, the hormone related to stress. And the alarming truth is this: cortisol not only makes you feel fatigued, it also inhibits the pituitary gland, reducing the production of estrogen and progesterone, two crucial female sex hormones responsible for maintaining moisture, softness, and desire in your intimate life. In other words, chronic stress is the #1 enemy of female hormones. Many women over 50 ask themselves, "I eat well, I even take supplements, so why do I still feel dry and disconnected?" The answer might lie in your sleep, or more precisely, in the lack of quality sleep. Deep, restful sleep is when your body recovers, your liver detoxifies, your brain organizes emotional processing, and most importantly, your endocrine system rebalances. If you consistently sleep fewer than 6 hours per night, experience fragmented sleep, or wake up multiple times during the night, your body will struggle to produce enough estrogen, no matter how healthy your diet is. So what can you do? Start with the simplest steps. Stick to a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Avoid screens like your phone or computer for at least 1 hour before bedtime. If you're prone to racing thoughts, before bed, try writing down tomorrow's to-do list on paper. Give your mind permission to rest. Additionally, create a wind-down ritual before sleep. This could be a cup of chamomile tea, a few drops of lavender essential oil in your room, or 10 minutes of gentle meditation in soft lighting. Therapeutic music or soothing nature sounds, like rainfall or flowing water, can also help slow down brain activity and guide you into deeper sleep. Don't underestimate the power of a full night's rest. It's a free, natural, and incredibly effective remedy for hormonal recovery. Remember, a good night's sleep can do wonders. You'll feel more emotionally stable, your skin will look brighter, and most importantly, you may start to feel desire returning naturally and effortlessly. Method 5. Natural herbs, a safe and proven solution backed by science. If you're looking for a gentler alternative to synthetic hormones but still want something strong enough to help your body restore hormonal balance, then clinically proven natural herbs are a solution you shouldn't overlook. Many women over 50 have found renewed hope through familiar yet incredibly effective herbs, such as Pueraria mirifica, red clover, black cohosh, and Vitex agnus castus, also known as chasteberry, Pueraria mirifica, widely known in Asia, especially in Thailand, contains active compounds myroestrol and deoxymiroestrol. These are types of phytoestrogens with structures very similar to natural estrogen but several times more potent than the isoflavones found in soy. Clinical studies have shown that perimenopausal women who took Pueraria mirifica extract for 2 to 3 months experienced significant improvements in vaginal moisture, reduced dryness and hot flashes, and better sleep quality. Next, red clover is a popular herb in Europe and North America. It contains isoflavones and coumestans, natural compounds that can bind to estrogen receptors, helping to ease menopause symptoms such as dryness, mood swings, and sleep disturbances. A study from the University of Exeter in the UK found that red clover improved vaginal moisture and increased libido after just 10 weeks of regular use. Black cohosh, a traditional herb used by Native Americans for centuries, is another powerful aid for menopausal women. It works by regulating the hypothalamus and pituitary gland, the two command centers of your endocrine system, thereby reducing hot flashes, dryness, and emotional instability. Finally, Vitex agnus castus, commonly used for irregular periods, and postnatal recovery, has been proven effective in adjusting progesterone levels and alleviating menopause symptoms, especially dryness accompanied by emotional imbalance. However, here's what matters most. You must use the right herbs in the right dosage and choose products that are verified safe and clinically standardized. Avoid unknown brands, overhyped advertisements, or products that promise to boost your hormones in 3 days, because nothing truly miraculous works that fast. And always remember, consult with your doctor or an endocrinology specialist before using any herbal remedies, especially if you're currently on medications for chronic conditions. Natural doesn't mean slow. Natural means sustainable. And when you choose wisely, your body knows how to heal, gently but deeply. Part 3. When should you see a doctor? Don't wait until it's too late. There's a common misconception that many women hold, that vaginal dryness, loss of libido, or pain during intercourse is simply inevitable after menopause. That they should endure it silently, believing it's just a normal part of aging. But this is a mistaken and dangerous way of thinking. Vaginal dryness is not merely a discomfort. It's a clear biological symptom signaling that your body may be experiencing a significant hormonal deficiency or potentially an underlying health issue that requires medical intervention. So when should you seriously consider seeing a medical specialist? First, if vaginal dryness persists for more than 6 months and does not improve despite changes in your diet, rest, exercise, or the use of natural support products. Many women try to be patient with at-home remedies, but if you've been consistent and correct in your approach for several months and still experience dryness, pain, or a complete lack of desire, then your body likely needs more specialized support. At this point, a doctor can run blood tests to assess your actual hormone levels, such as estradiol, FSH, LH, to determine whether you have a serious estrogen deficiency, and recommend a safe, effective hormone replacement therapy if appropriate. Second, if you experience severe burning pain during intercourse, accompanied by light bleeding, or find it impossible to continue due to excessive discomfort, this is a warning sign that should not be ignored. It could be more than just dryness. It may be a condition known as vaginal atrophy, a complication of prolonged estrogen deficiency, where the vaginal lining becomes thin, fragile, and prone to tearing or bleeding during contact. If left untreated, this condition can lead to recurring infections, urinary tract issues, and even permanent deterioration in vaginal tissue quality. Third, if you regularly experience itching, burning, unusual discharge, or suspect a vaginal infection. Dryness is not just about lack of moisture. It also disrupts the vaginal pH balance, creating the perfect environment for harmful bacteria and fungi to thrive. If your intimate area shows any unusual signs, don't hesitate to get checked. Sometimes, just a short course of mild antibiotics or a suitable suppository, combined with proper nutrition, can bring significant relief. But if left untreated, the problem could spread to the bladder and urethra, causing painful urination and recurring urinary tract infections. Fourth, if you've been postmenopausal for a while but feel like your body is rapidly crashing, not just dryness, but also severe insomnia, forgetfulness, depression, intense hot flashes. At this stage, you should seek advice from an endocrinologist or a menopause gynecologist. Your body may be responding strongly to a sudden hormonal drop and might benefit from controlled hormone replacement therapy, HRT, using estrogen in the form of pills, gels, or vaginal rings, depending on your condition and tolerance. Most importantly, do not self-medicate with hormone products unless prescribed by a doctor. Improper hormone supplementation can lead to irregular bleeding, increased risk of breast cancer, heart disease, or blood clots. Only a doctor can fully assess your medical history, needs, and safety for your specific case. Finally, if you feel that your marital relationship is becoming tense or distant simply because you can't respond or no longer feel connected, be courageous and share this with your doctor. Sexual intimacy is not taboo or shameful after 50. On the contrary, it plays a vital role in maintaining emotional connection, reducing stress, and helping women feel youthful, vibrant, and alive. There are many safe, effective, and non-invasive medical tools available today to help women regenerate vaginal tissue, reduce pain, and restore intimacy, from specialized lubricating gels and localized estrogen suppositories to laser treatments that stimulate collagen production in the vaginal area. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be ashamed. You deserve to live fully in your health, your emotions, and your relationship. Think of a doctor's visit not as a sign of decline, but as a proactive step to reclaim your personal peak of health and vitality. Part 4. A happy ending. Mary's story. After the transformation. Mary Thompson, the 58-year-old woman from Ohio we mentioned at the beginning of this video, once lived in silence and emotional turmoil. Every night she lay next to her husband, but turned away. Not because she didn't love him anymore, but because she no longer felt feminine enough to be loved. Vaginal dryness, burning pain, and loss of desire gradually closed her off from the man she had been with for over 30 years. I used to think that part of my life was over, that I was old, past my prime, that continuing to try would only exhaust both of us, Mary recalled. But one afternoon, while watching a health program for postmenopausal women, she suddenly realized that what she had been silently enduring for 2 years was not uncommon, and, more importantly, not irreversible. Mary decided to give herself a chance. She started with the simplest things. Instead of eating whatever was convenient, she began learning more about foods rich in phytoestrogens. She replaced her breakfast with a warm glass of soy milk and a few slices of multigrain toast with mashed avocado. At lunch, she added a flaxseed salad with olive oil. She didn't follow a strict diet, but every day she included at least one hormone-nourishing food. Mary also began walking gently around the park each morning. After a few weeks, she learned basic yoga poses from YouTube, focusing on those that benefit the pelvic area. She even laughed at herself the first time she tried Kegel exercises, unsure if she was even squeezing the right muscles. But she persisted, and the miracle began to unfold. About a month later, Mary began to notice small but clear changes. Her intimate area was no longer painfully dry. Her sleep became deeper. Her mood improved. She no longer felt like she was getting older every day. The most surprising part? Her husband, Richard, noticed too. He didn't say much, but one night, when Mary reached out and held his hand, for the first time in months, he gently squeezed it and whispered, "I've been waiting for you this whole time." That was the moment Mary burst into tears, not out of pain, but because she finally understood. Happiness never truly disappears. It's only hidden, waiting for us to reach for it again. Not long after, Mary decided to see a menopause specialist for a thorough hormone evaluation. She was prescribed a low-dose local estrogen suppository, safe and non-systemic. After just 2 weeks of use, her vaginal dryness nearly vanished. She felt like she was young again from the inside. "I didn't go back to being a 25-year-old. Girl," Mary laughed, "but I found my true womanhood again, sensual, gentle, and no longer afraid to love." Now, every morning, Mary drinks a glass of warm lemon water, spends 15 minutes meditating, does a few yoga poses, and plans her meals with care. She shares her story in support groups for women her age, those who once thought they were past their prime. Mary's story is not a miracle. It is the result of persistence, initiative, and most importantly, the belief that she deserves to live a full life, physically, emotionally, and romantically. If you're in the same situation Mary was once in, remember, you are not alone, and you can absolutely change. Start today. One small step, one new habit, can be the first brick in rebuilding your hormonal balance and happiness. Final. You've just completed a 26-minute journey, not just to understand vaginal dryness after age 50, but more importantly, to realize that you are not powerless, and you are certainly not alone. Hormonal decline, dryness, loss of desire. These are not the end of your sexual life nor the end of your feminine identity. They are simply signs that your body needs to be heard, nurtured, and loved in the right way. All it takes is starting with the smallest things: a healthier meal, a morning stretch, a calming cup of tea before bed. And if necessary, don't hesitate to see a doctor. Seeking help doesn't make you weak. It makes you strong for choosing to live more fully. Life doesn't stop at 50. On the contrary, this is the time when you know yourself best, and when you deserve to enjoy life the most. If you found this video helpful, please share it with the women you care about, and don't forget to follow 50 Plus Health Guardian, where we bring you trusted medical knowledge, practical advice, and healing journeys. Crafted especially for midlife women, happiness is your right, and you can absolutely reclaim it starting today. Welcome to 50 Plus Health Guardian, where you don't just live longer, but live better.